Hey there, welcome back to the vlog again. Now we're all very familiar with being able to put a camera on a tripod to get a nice steady shot and keep it nice and even, maybe a little bit of zooming in and out. But if you want your shots to be really dynamic and to express camera movement emotively, it really helps to be able to actually move the camera while you're shooting. That's what we're going to have a look at today. So yeah, welcome back. Right, I thought I'd start and get the expensive option out of the way first. I'm going to have a look at a quick track dolly. Now this isn't even a high cost track dolly. It's fairly easy to put together, it's quite easily portable, but it's quite a bit of money if you're only going to use it once or twice. Once again, with some of the similar stuff that we've looked at in the sound and the camera gear and the lighting gear, if you want to spend a bit more money because you're going to reuse this stuff, this is a fantastic product to get. I'll put a link to it below as I have with the other things. So I'll just quickly show you how easy it is to put this together and have a camera mounted on it. So as you can see, the track sections just clip together in the middle here quite easily. And we've got this dolly plate here. As this one's a ride-on dolly, I'm not going to put the seat on it at the moment, but I will put the camera mount on just so you can get a rough idea of how the movement on it would work. And there you go. Now this kind of thing is typically run on a large number of skate bearings, just on normal skateboard wheels down the bottom here, same as you get on any skateboard or rollerblade or roller skates. Because it's got a lot of very good bearings and stuff in it, it moves really smoothly. There's 4 wheels on each wheel joint, so when it goes over the transitions in the track it's very smooth. This type of dolly has what we would normally call a bazooka, just because of the shape of it, that the camera mounts into the top of like this. There you go, just like that. As you can see, keeping good quality power tools as part of your kit is absolutely invaluable. And now I'll put the ball head and the camera on top of this. This is a eImage GU15 fluid ball head camera mount. When you're buying stuff like this, make sure you get everything the same diameter. A lot of people accidentally go out and get an 80mm receiver or 100mm receiver and then get a 100mm or 120mm tripod head, or the other way around, and they won't fit together. Make sure all your gear is compatible. And there you go, that's the tripod head mounted on top of the bazooka on the dolly. Now normally there's a little riser and a seat that sits here for the cameraman. I'm not going to bother putting that on at the moment. You can just imagine what it's like. It's just a flat seat, and then somebody else can grab that handle and just ride your cameraman back and forth for a nice smooth motion. If you wanted to put the camera on top, it would look something like this. And there you go, camera on the camera mount, on the bazooka, on the dolly, and very smooth, even movement. Now chances are you're not going to have a cast and crew and a budget and a camera that sort of would make use of and require something like that dolly and track setup. So quite often it's a lot easier to go and get something along these lines. Now this here is the Syrp Magic Carpet. There's a couple of really great things about this one here. First of all, it's really simple and easy to set up. You just pull it out of its case and there you go. It's just a little slider platform like that, runs along a nice smooth rail. It's on bearings, and one of the absolute best things about this one here is it's made right here in New Zealand. So I'll put a link to the site for these guys as well. They're absolutely brilliant, and I'm hopefully, if I talk about them enough, they'll start sending me some free product to show off. One thing I want to mention about the Magic Carpet as well is that you can get another device called the Syrp Genie, and that mounts on top of here and provides you with motion control. So you can set a speed and a rotation and that sort of thing, and it will go along the track. It will pull itself along the track very smoothly and evenly. But you can still just put a camera on here and run it along, and I'll just show you how to do that now. So there you go. The camera just winds onto a thread on the base, or you can put a tripod head on here as well if you want to, so you can get your pan and tilt and move that as you go along. If you're going to do that, you need a flat head base, not a ball mount base as well to go on that one. So I can't put my 100mm one that I've got on here at the moment, because obviously that's not a ball mount receiver, so that won't fit. So the great thing about these things is that you can just set them up anywhere and run them along any line. There it is. And then if I had a tripod head on here, of course I could straighten it up properly, but then you can just get your shot and move that along, and it's very, very, very smooth and gentle and gives you a great image at the other end. If you're still not in the budget for something like this at the moment, or if you don't know if you're going to keep using it and don't want to fork out, I've got another option for you. Here it is, a handy sheet of plywood, and it's nice and smooth, it's got a great surface, and you can lay this down just about anywhere and pick out that old skateboard you had 20 years ago that you're not doing anything with now. Put it on your piece of plywood, put your camera on your skateboard, hit your record button and push it along sideways, and you're away laughing. So there's a good 48 hours tip. You can grab this from stuff that you've got in your backyard and get a very, very smooth dolly shot just like that, and add some real dynamic movement and stuff into your film. You don't just have to put the camera on the side like this either. You can very easily grab a piece of wood like this, put that down on the end of the skateboard to lift the camera up a bit, and then you can just track in with your camera that way. Once again, really easy to get a really good effective shot. So as you may have noticed, something I like to do quite often is look for the really expensive film gear and stuff that people use on professional sets, and I like to compact that down into something smaller and simpler that gets you 90% of the same shot for basically just something you can find sitting around in your backyard. More often than not, that's easier than it sounds, and usually just involves a quick trip to the hardware store or an electronics store or something like that for a couple of cheap components. So just because something looks really fancy and complicated and looks expensive to pull off, don't make the assumption it does. Check out videos like this on the internet. If you've come across something that you want to do and you can't figure out how to do it in a type of shot or some sort of equipment you can't afford, put a comment below, send me a message, and I'll have a look and see what I can come up with for you and make another video as well. More than happy to do that. Anyway, I hope this has been useful. Just a quick one today. If you like it, click the like button, subscribe to the channel so you get more of these when I do them, and have fun filming. And don't forget to share it on all of your social media channels so that other people can get it. Flick it out to your other teammates and things like that as well. Have fun and good luck with your movie.